They came through my window, two of them, about 3 foot tall, pink skin, beautiful baby-like faces with big smiles, pointy ears, very large cranial cavity compared relative to the face, no hair whatsoever on the entire body, slender bodies, kind of bigger bellies. They were quite energetic. They didn't climb through my window, they leapt through my window. So 3 feet tall, very impressive. I interacted with them for 10 to 15 seconds before I passed out. I think the reason I passed out is because I was afraid. It was my first experience, and typically with your first experience, there will be fear. I think with some people, even the second and third experience, there will be fear. They did not communicate with me other than making me pass out. And they gave me big, giant smiles. I call it the introductory meeting. The second that I met was on the island of Kauai, about 3 in the morning on the side of a cliff. Can't remember the date. Again, I'll post it down below. We stood maybe 5 feet away from each other. It was the same size I am, 6'4". It was more slender than I am. A bigger cranial vault than I have. Very large almond-shaped eyes. Your traditional, I guess, gray type eyes. And the thing I noticed most prominently about the eyes is that you could look into them and it was like you were looking into the universe. The skin was glowing yellow, if you could call it skin. There was really no hair on the entire body of this individual. And we just stood face to face for 5 minutes, and it gave me what I call a download. There were no words spoken. The download has been unraveling, has been opening up over time for me. There's still things I'm learning from this download. So a lot of what I have to share in this channel that I've shared already is from that download. And I've noticed that with many of the different cases I've seen over the years, a lot of that download has been externally validated by the experience of others as to the message, the import of the download. The third and final direct interaction I had was exactly on August 1st, 2017. I remember that date clearly because I should have died on that day. They rescued me from a car crash. They were there at the scene immediately when I woke up. And I wasn't asleep for more than 5 seconds. And then I woke up going across the side of a cliff. When the car came to a rest, I heard a voice say, "Are you all right in there?" Perfect English. And I said, yeah, I'm fine. And I shot up through the passenger window to look at them. And there were 2, what I call Caucasian beings there. Certainly they're not Caucasians, but if you met them on the street, you would think they were Caucasian. You wouldn't question their presence at all, except for their uniforms, which I'm assuming if they were on the street, they would have, civilian clothes. Their uniforms were a tight-fitting single-piece mesh from toe to neck. And they both had short brown hair, kind of a Beatle-style haircut, if you would. They had short brown beards, almost baby-fine hair. And they both had exactly the same type of hair. They were different sizes. One was maybe 6 inches taller than the other, but they were definitely different sizes and different individuals, but their hair was exactly the same from one to the next. So think about that. They spoke in English. They were the only ones that spoke in English. I asked them how they got there so quickly. They said, oh, we work around here. We work around here. Okay, so that's how they communicated with me. I've had communications with indirect experiences where I would communicate with a UFO and it would